Let's get this stream started. What we got? Hey, I watched the video. A bunch of different stuff. Oh, I do a bunch of different stuff or whatever. All right, so listen. I had a chance to comment earlier on her video. So she was showing her studio and her setup for her live. I feel like the noise gate is like active. How about this? All right. Much better, much better, much better. All right. No more noise gate. So I'm watching her video and it's a dope video. I really like what she has to offer. She always got dope content. So I felt like she challenged me a little bit today, you know. So this is what we get. She was showing off her stuff and let's go shout her out. For y'all who don't know, this is Sarah2ill. Super dope. And she just put out a video, and I think not too long after it came out, I was sitting there chilling, and I kind of wanted to see her video. Um, so I really don't want to, you know, play her whole thing or whatever, right? But what I did want to get into is just so you guys can see what she has. This specifically right here, she has the Neumann, and she also has a Scarlett as her interfaces. Well, the thing is, for everybody who runs Macs, right, we have this thing where you don't have to use optical or ADAT cords in order to, for better or lack of words, get all that. You see what she's doing right there? That right there. I hate it. Oh my gosh, it's stupid. So that's pretty much what I needed from the video, just to show her and you guys, how to fix that problem. So she wind up basically commenting back, you know, after I told her there was an easier way up. Bolo got something out. Bolo, I'll be on my way to watch, my boy. I'll be on my way to watch. For y'all who don't know, man, it don't cost nothing to go like, subscribe, and check out these content creators. They put a lot of work into it. I put a lot of work into learning how to be a content creator. So, likes and subscriptions help share the video. It don't cost anything. So she wanted to know if I could make a video about this. I didn't really want to sit down and do like a whole full edit and all that good stuff. So we're gonna get is a quick live of me doing it, and then I'll chop from the live. How about that? And repost the clip of it. So shout out to Sarah2ill. Shout out to Bolo. Oh, also shout out to my boy right here as well, man. I always mess up his name, so I'm not gonna say it, but he's also dope. He does a lot of dope videos. Check him out. Um, so let's get into it. First things first is let me switch my scene for you guys real quick, just to give you guys an overview here. I think this will help everybody kind of understand what I have going on right now. So, all right, I got a bunch of cameras, blah, 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 yada, yada, all that other crap. Nobody cares about the gear right now. We'll do gear breakdowns review later. All right. So basically, what I'm trying to show you guys is you can hook up plenty of interfaces. So as you see, I have one there. I got a little bit of outboard gear, nothing major. But these are my main 2/3 interfaces. You dig? All right. So with these interfaces going directly in to the Mac, all you guys really have to do. Let me go ahead and switch back over here. Is boom. Go to your audio MIDI setup. Wherever mine is located right now. You ever click something and then it don't come up and you be like, am I dumb? I know I'm not dumb. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Oh, no wonder why. It says we're having an issue here. Wow. Let's open it back up. Okay. So whenever you open up this menu here, it will give you a list of every audio device input and output pretty much that you have on here, as well as MIDI devices and all that other crap. But we're just going to stick to audio right now, right? So if you guys look right here, I have an aggregate device set up, and I also have a multi-output device set up. Yeah, whatever. You guys get to see all the other good stuff. We get hooked up in here. So between these two, right? If you notice, I have four. Right now, my MPC is in controller mode, so I can't use that as USB audio, so it's in standalone right now. When I do turn it and switch it over, it'll pop in as an audio input, and I have it set with everything else. So using an aggregate device will allow you to not necessarily have to run ADAT. Can you still run the ADAT? Sure, but you won't need it. Here's what we're going to do. You take your main interface, the ones where you're going to get your main ins and your main outs from, and you clock that as your first one. Add that in. All right, let me take a step back, guys. Once you open up this menu, you click create, and then you have an aggregate device, and then you have create multi-output device. First, we're going to create our aggregate device. All right, so once we make this, which I have right here, as you guys can see, um, it'll allow you to go down here and then click on pretty much any one of these. And what I would suggest is how you do this is you click in order in what you need. So the first check mark as far as use is going to be the very first thing that you're going to use as your main clock source. For me, that's my Studio 1824C. This right here is a side capture card that I have going to my other PC when I want to stream and I'm doing robust stuff. I'll dump it all over there. This is where my main mic is being fed through, and then it's also being run back through here as well, just so you know. And then I have a bunch of like extra audio stuff that I have coming in from other computers. I use other computers as, let's say, like simps for that matter. I'll show you guys how to do that maybe today or at a later time. And then the MPC key 37, but that's disabled for the moment. So let's just focus on these. If you take a look here at the correlation on this thing here. Oh, you guys still can't see it? Freak me, right? Let me go back. I forgot that I'm just capturing Logic right now. So let's go here. And cha-cha-cha. Source is going to be the whole TV. All right, here we go. Let's change this and fit the canvas. Here we go. All right, sorry guys. Now I got to restart all over. I didn't notice that it wasn't here. I've been looking at this the whole time, but good thing we just set up the stream and got to start all over. All right, so like I was saying, um, once you open up your audio MIDI settings down here and you get in there, it should give you a list of every single audio device inputs and outputs that you have. Um, Once you go down here, you'll go to create an aggregate device or create multi output device. I use both, but we'll start with the aggregate device first. All right. Once you click and you add it, this list will populate at the bottom and it'll give you a list of the same things pretty much that's over here, but down here. And what you want to do is start off with whichever one is going to be your main clock source, which means the main source of where the audio will be going out, not necessarily in, but out. Very important that you start that one first. So for me, it's my 1824C. So I click that first. I have a USB capture card that I have going to my PC to dump off all of the other stuff when I'm doing robust stuff so I don't jam up the computer and slow down the stream. I have a secondary computer to stream on. Then I have my Goes Energy right here, and then my Scarlett is last. Reasoning being the Scarlett is last, simple and easy. Oh well, outside of the Key 37, but last because it's mostly bringing in stuff that I'll use probably just to chop samples with. I have a really elaborate audio setup, for lack of better terms. Like the routing on here's pretty much anything that's a source in my studio is being also routed back into my Key 37 so I can sample anything at any time, no matter where I'm playing it from. That was my main thing. Anytime I just got an idea, no matter what I was playing it on, I could just play it, go to the Key 37 and just chop away. Um, and then they also have this drift correction feature, which is the same thing as making it the clock source over there with the ADAT chords, and it'll keep everything in sync. Now, the next thing you need to worry about for real, is this little list here. On this list, what you'll see is all of the ins and outs, and that's how you'll be able to go into your programs and know which is ins and outs, and also which devices of which are color coded here. So I know that this right here is only two outs because that's going to my streaming PC. This right here is the main mic in and the main two mic ins because it's a two input on this energy, and then all the rest are ADAT. And then same thing for my Scarlett down here, blah blah blah. Right? Where does this correlate back into everything else? Is da da da. Let's go to file and let's open up something new. Let's go to new from template. We're not going to close that for right now. We'll leave that open. Blah, 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 blah. My templates. I have a layout already laid out here. Don't close. Jesus. Let's just say don't close. And then I'm going to go back to that and then we'll go through the whole multi-output thing, right? So on here, I'm going to pull up my mixer, and there's two ways that you do this. I can do this directly through the aggregate device by busing all of my outs and stuff directly to the main track of um, that USB that I talked about, the USB capture card that goes to my other streaming PC. Well, when I want to just stream the music directly to that PC, I can just run it all to that out, and then everything will be a sub mix out over there while I'm still able to work and edit on and do everything in here. However, that's just my template. As you can see, I have everything lined up here according to the ins and outs. So input 19 is my mic input based on my synergy and that list that I had. So you have to still know your routing and your inputs and your outputs. It's not that serious, honestly. Just read off and then go back and forth, and you should be easy. It should be easy to do. However, I don't use this often this way. So most of the time, I wind up coming in here and just taking all of this right here off, gone. don't really need it. The reason why I don't need it is because I'm working on here and I'm not sending anything over there. And I don't need anything separate to go over there. So now we're going to go back to this audio MIDI thing. And now we have our second thing. So remember I told you you could go down here and create an aggregate device or a multi-output device. So this time we just created a multi-output device and I layered it in the same order as I did my aggregate device, as you guys can see. And and same thing with the drift correction, so it's all on point. Also make sure that you go through like your Focusrite control, your universal control, or whatever control software that you use for these, and make sure that the clock sample rate is set at 48 kilohertz on all of them and everything is straight. You want to make sure that all that stuff is done. I shouldn't have to explain that. I don't think I should at this point. I think everybody should know how to change the sample rates. If not, leave comments and I'll go back and I'll do a really simplified video of audio setup from beginning to end. But once you connect all of these together, all of the audio is now routed. All of it. No matter what the output is, it's all going to be routed to every single one of these. So no matter where I want to pull this audio from, or what computer or what audio device I'm sending it to, it's all going to play exactly the same things that I want to hear. And when you go into your settings, like say you go to Logic and you need to go to audio, my output is going to my multi-output device, so everything is getting it, and my input is my aggregate device. So this way I can pull in from everything. Normally my IO buffer is set way lower, but when I'm mixing this stuff, I turn it up. Um, and that allows you to do that. Um, After that, everything else is pretty simple from there. It's just a matter of knowing where your audio routing and sources are going to be. That should be the simplest part of this video. I hope so. I know that my camera's a little laggy. I'm gonna have to go back over here. For some reason, me and ObsBot has been having a problem today. Um, da da da. I'm gonna turn it off and then turn it back on real quick. Should catch back up. All right. Yeah. All right. So that in a nutshell is pretty much what it is. All we're going to do is once you hook up everything, you're going to go into your audio MIDI setup and you're just going to set up an aggregate device and then make sure you get everything lined up within your aggregate device so you know where it's going to be routed in your DAW. Also, then you set up your multi-output device and then you put all of these in the multi-output device the same way, lined up the same way, and put drift correction on for every single thing as well. And then all of it to get the same output. This will achieve the same thing that you do with ADAT without the chords, without the headache, without always having to manually reset when they start to get out of tune or from needing a clock source. Um, I'm about to have to go run downstairs real quick. I got some stuff in the oven. I'm gonna play some music for you guys. Just let this thing jam for a minute. I'm gonna close this down. I don't really need it right now. But Sarah2ill. That's pretty much in a nutshell exactly what I was saying in the comment. Um, it's not really something I would deem as difficult, but I would say, let me change this back 1 second. Boom. It's not something I would say that's difficult, but it is something that you still got to know the audio routing. I think that it's a lot easier doing it this way because you also, once set up, you don't have to go in and out of each one of those software setups to get what you want. I think that's going to be the biggest benefit of the whole thing. Outside of that, stay around, kick it, and listen to some jams. I'll be back. I might go through some videos. Bolo just posted one, so I might go do a reaction for all I know. Just kick it with you guys. If y'all want to come see what I got going on.